Hey ladies, good morning, afternoon, evening. Great to have you here. I'm just gonna dive right in because I'm so excited. Tomorrow is a big day. I've been mentioning to some of you that I am launching something new starting tomorrow, something that I've not ever done before, and it's really going to be an amazing opportunity for those of you who've been sitting on the fence about whether or not you want to engage in this transformational work. And also for those of you who are like, game on, let's get out of same old, and get into the life, the relationship that I want to have. So watch your inbox. We will be going live tomorrow. Doors are open for a short period of time. The offer will be closing next week, and so please watch your email. If you're not on my email list, I will put the link to join my email list in the comments on this Facebook post and also on YouTube so that you can get on my list and make sure not to miss a thing. For those of you who don't know me, hello, my name is Jenny Glick. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I'm a certified sex therapist. In this space, I'm a relationship mentor. And what that means is it's my good opportunity and gift to walk you from where you are in your relationship to where you want to be in your relationship. And that process is really one where we're closing the gap, right? And in the programs, in the offerings that I have, I teach you a lot of information. It's content rich. Those of you who follow my posts and read what I share, and I've had so many women say, oh my gosh, I just read what you write and start implementing it and it works. And it does work, okay? It is as much about learning some new material. Implementing, that's my big thing, is you have to practice it. You have to do it. If you don't know how to show up in the present moment, if you don't know how to identify what your highest potential is in any given moment, who your 2.0 self is, and if you don't know how to implement that, then none of it matters, right? The knowing without the how to or applying it doesn't matter at all. But you also need to know what you need to unlearn, what you need to set down. And in the offering that will be coming out to you tomorrow, what you will have the opportunity to do is to walk step by step to this up level, to this higher version of yourself. And also, it will give you an opportunity to come face to face with yourself. Because who stands in our way more than anything? We do. We do. With our dated beliefs, with our fear, with our conditioned past, with our most comfortable emotional state, right? Those practices keep us looping in a place where it feels impossible to create or access meaningful change. And as much as the process that I have for you is about learning and practicing and embodying, it's also about setting down. We talked about this today in my mastery program, the importance of setting down the things that don't work. And when you step into a curriculum, a course, a program, a mentorship relationship like the one that is going to be offered to you tomorrow, when you step into that, what you're doing is you're stepping into an opportunity to be mirrored, right? For something outside of you to mirror you and say, this is where you limit yourself. This is where your beliefs, your thinking, your behaving gets in the way. And that's a beautiful thing, because when you see where it is that you get in your own way, it means you can take action to do something new. Brilliant, right? Brilliant. Isn't that why we're here? I tend to work with women who are very growth oriented. I tend to work with women who are in a place where they're like, let's do something new and different. I can't keep spinning my wheels over and over and over again. Hello, New Zealand. Thank you for being here, right? And so if you are that growth oriented woman, you well know that you can't see any further than where you can see. That, by definition, is what I can see. You can't see what's out here or what's out here. It's why it is that we engage in relationships with people who can have a perspective that we don't, right? It's one of the most important aspects of personal growth, of self-growth, of your becoming, of your unfolding, of your shedding, right, to the next level. And so I teach what I teach, not because I have all the letters behind my name, and I have many letters behind my name. I teach what I teach because I sucked at it for a very long time. And I went through all the things and the retreats and the, therapists and I was a therapist and read all the books and I didn't know. And I tried to figure it out, but I didn't know how to operationalize it in my being, in my life, with my circumstance, right? And until we know how to do that, it can feel like such a struggle. I sometimes tell people that one of the reasons why I'm such an expert, I'm such a wise woman at what I do, is because it was so hard for me to get to this place. Like when I have a trainer, a fitness trainer or a health coach, I want the woman who had to lose 100 pounds. I want the woman who is addicted to potato chips like I am. I want that lady because she knows how hard it is not to eat the ice cream at night. She knows what that's like to not fit into the size that she wanted to fit into. It's the same with this. When in my experience, when I went to many different therapists, they would say things to me that just, I felt like, do you not understand how hard it is? Do you have any idea at all? And it was as if, they came at it from this place of like, you marry your prince or princess charming and it's just fine. There's just chemistry and it's good. And if you love each other, you're going to lift each other up and it's just amazing. And I thought, what is wrong with me? Because that's not my experience, right? And so I'm a great way shower for this path because I had to like army crawl my way here. Some of you who know me know that I live in Mexico. My family and I relocated here almost 2 years ago now. And even that, right? Like I wouldn't be in this place if I hadn't have made all the choices that I made down the road in my relationship to do the kind of work, to show up, to be vulnerable, to learn how to pivot, to own a higher level of an identity with my husband, to practice not taking it personally, to show up with a sense of curiosity while remaining anchored in myself. All the things that I teach you how to do, all of those practices that I was practicing years ago, every single day, add up to someone like me who gets to live a really incredible life that I co-created with my husband, not because we have some big trust fund. I work, he works. We, took a huge risk and stepped out into the big unknown and are living a big adventure of our life together. But that all started years ago when I decided to really get face-to-face with myself, face-to-face with my own limiting beliefs, with the noise in my head, the committee in my head that had all the thoughts about myself, right? And all of the thoughts about him and what it should or would and who was wrong and all of that. And so I create the things that I create, not because I'm better than you, not because, my life is somehow perfectly blessed. And, sometimes when I share personal stories on my Facebook page, people will say things like, oh my gosh, it's so gratifying to know that you're human too. And I'm like, oh my goodness, so human and awake to what is mine to be responsible for, conscious, willing, curious, and committed to creating the kind of life that I want every single day, right? And that's something that you get to do as well. And so tomorrow, I'm going to be opening the doors on this new offering for women who are interested in creating their best life, whatever it is. Maybe it's not the beaches of Mexico. Maybe it's a cabin in the woods, or maybe it's your urban living with your partner, or maybe it's on a farm, or maybe it's not place specific, right? Because it's not about that for many of us. It's about how is it that I grow that internal experience of the farm or the woods or the beach or whatever that passionate, vital, alive, vibrant experience is. How do I do that while we're raising kids, or caring for our aging parents, while we're healing from an affair, while I am sharing about my affair? We are having teenagers in our home that are ours, that are incredibly difficult to be with, right? It's about creating the kind of life that you want in the circumstance that you have, right? We say in my program all the time, you know, how do I show up as my 2.0, the highest version of myself, even when, all of those things. And so stay tuned for tomorrow. I will be announcing things here in my Facebook space, on YouTube, in my email channel as well. So you will definitely get that email. And so excited and thrilled for you. For those of you who signed up, I have a whole number of bonuses, and the list is growing because I'm becoming more and more inspired as I am pulling all of this together, that I just want you to have so many supports, so many of all the things. And so look for that as well. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any comments or questions, please post them on the bottom of this Facebook post, and I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great